Dive into Harris's economic plan with Ted Jenkin, CEO of Oxygen Financial. Ted, just give us your initial reaction to Harris's economic speech there.
Well, good to see you, Zane. And I think she laid out some really important issues in here that are facing Americans today, especially those that are renting and seeing skyrocketing rents and maybe now having a potential path to home ownership. Just thinking about the cost of childcare and how much that's eating into families' monthly budgets, and also having affordable groceries. These are all things that Americans face every day. The challenge right now in general is still about wage growth, and that wasn't discussed today. And right now, wage growth has not been keeping up with inflation on an after-tax basis, and that's another thing that will need to be addressed. But overall, I think it was a pretty good start.
And also how she's going to pay for it. That's something that Kayla Tausche addressed there. Just in terms of some of the specifics, I mean, you know, you and I were speaking during the commercial break about housing. Obviously, that's a major issue. You've got the fact that first-time buyers under Harris's economic plan are going to be given this sort of $25,000 credit, essentially, for a down payment. Just give us your take on what sort of impact that's going to have on the housing market and whether or not it will actually lead to increasing demand and actually raise house prices even more.
Yeah, I think the main issue right now, Zane, in America is something called the home to income ratio. You know, in 1980, the average home price was $50,000 and the median income was $25,000. Today, the average home price is $425,000 with a median income of $65,000. That means that the ratio used to be 2 to 1 and now it's 6 to 1. So this down payment might make a dent in somebody getting into a home. But if you don't have affordable housing at that $175,000 to $250,000 level, I don't know how much of a dent it will make for day-to-day Americans. And I think she will pay for this by putting a Social Security tax on everything above $400,000 for Americans, and then making the top tax rate 39.6% along with capital gains. That's where the money will come from. That's my perspective.
And then when it comes to just rents specifically, you think about what happened to rents in this country since the pandemic. Rents have actually risen by more than 30%. She wants to cap it at 5%. Just in terms of that, I mean, obviously that is really sort of populist economics. Voters are going to eat that up. But is it good economic policy?
You know, I don't think capping rent necessarily is a great idea. Even at 5%, it's almost double what inflation is today. I think we have to look at other strategies on how to make landlords and tenants partners as opposed to this medieval term of landlord and tenants. Look at the UK that has a shared equity program. It gives people a glide path to home ownership. There are companies today in America, Zane, like Roots, investwithroots.com, where they allow renters to earn equity. And I think what we have to do over time, because a lot of this real estate is owned by institutions in America, is have a way to get renters to earn equity and then give them a path to home ownership. Capping rents won't solve the problem entirely.
All right, Ted Jenkin, live for us there. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.